Mighty, but it could also be the fact that they are super confident, man. So let's just see exactly how this one goes, Cali. This is the start of the matchup, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. As we hop on into Hardpoint, of course, it's going to be Hotelyard, Hardpoint number 1, and it looks like Lynx is making headway already.
I mean, they really want to get this party ongoing and, of course, making sure that they get the Hardpoint intact. But looking at the current gun composition for the teams, you have 4 players from AFP actually having KSP 45. So, short range wise, they are basically versatile. And you see Irfan J, they're trying to rack up all of these kills. But one thing more than likely that LYNXTH have going into this Hardpoint number 1 is they now already have the favorable spawns for P2, which is going to be very important as we move it all along. It's currently Almighty with that lead, but the good is for LYNXTH, they're definitely going in there, prioritizing a lot of plays.
I mean, with Heaven dropping that Pretty so early in this matchup, you kind of already know exactly who, all of this gunfights is going to be leading towards. 10 kills at the very startup of the match. Heaven is on fire. That gaming bed is giving so much of OP pressure that Lynx doesn't seem to be able to handle. Now, look at Almighty. They're controlling P1, early rotation into P2. The players of LYNXTH cannot hop on in to break their early rotation. Those anchors are going to be super strong. Shut up. Looking out for the gas station as well. This looks like a gridlock position already. LYNXTH, and I think this is going to be a super tough fight for them here, Gali.
I mean, Heaven, it's good to be back with that gaming bed, and now he is already good to go. I mean, 14 kills, for these first 2 hard points. Yeah. Basically snapping Lynx in the snap of a finger. So the good news here for LYNXTH now, they're finally finding ways to route around the back, and now they finally get that break. Took them some time, but they're able to manage to break, and of course, the armor that AMT set it up on this P2. So with that being said, they enter inside, but are they going to be able to withstand the pressure that's about to be lined up? You see number 3 in blue and Irfan J already riding around the back, and I mean, the contest is just basically on for AMT. They are relentless here, AJ.
I'm not so sure exactly what Almighty is doing out there on the battlefield, because it looked like they were going to go in for an early rotation and then change their minds at that very final second. But the spawns for Lynx was coming out of gas stations, so it should have been a better idea for Almighty to just stick with their early rotation. But since they were so indecisive, this is where communication once again comes into play, Cali. We talked about this at the start of the series, and it seems like it is punishing the players of Almighty. Indecisiveness, breakdown in communication, LYNXTH, and they might just be making their way right back in here, and Heaven misplaced on the gravity vortex gets annihilated. And let's see Lynx now try to make their comeback. That money hill on P2 was taken away, and on P3 now they're trying their very best to dominate, but Almighty breaks their spawn. This is now the chance for the Singaporeans to smash this Hardpoint.
AMT now on the read. They now have number 5 in blue. That's going to be Incendio now looking to get the break inside. They finally eliminate the player inside, so there it is. They got the score, and now they're continuing soaking up the time, and Heaven continues to pop off in this game, routing, and of course every time he aims that shot, it's always to be perfectly positioned and always getting those kills. 12 seconds left in this hill, and LYNXTH already setting up for the next hard point, and where we're going to bakeries, where you see you have 1 player in per cell in the top floor control, which should be more than enough for them to finally get a good hold. But one thing more than likely that we did see from LYNXTH, AJ, they haven't had a good hold inside the hard point just yet.
Yeah, Shut Up is playing anchor, but he's just having a little bit of a difficulty, and as I say that, he gets a big kill onto Setek, who was holding on to the anchor spots as well, and the one and only Teddy slides in with his own Sparrow, takes Shut Up out of the equation. Brazil hops on right back in and shuts down Jeff Pro just as he gets traded out with his own one and only Sparrow. Lynx have got the fight in them, but it just seems like the gods of RNG are giving them a spawn a little bit too far away to pull this right back to their side. But a split attack now, the pincer maneuver might just end up in the favor of Lynx, but 94 to 47, Almighty almost running away with the first half of this matchup already, Cali. 2 players inside of the hard point right now. All they need to do is just strike down those players of Lynx who are trickling in one after the other.
I mean, operator skills is going to be the detrimental factor in why Almighty was able to get that break inside that hill. And with that being said, they were able to get the scrap time, so they're also good to go moving into the next hard point, where you see Incendio gets those huge 2 kills, and I'm loving the total feel right now for AMT. Totally locked and loaded to get all of these kills, winning much more gunfights in this current game that we have. Have been already 24 kills, and is guaranteed to get more than that as we open up the second rotation, the second set of rotation of the hard points. It's going to be a 50-50 battle, but when we did see Almighty go in for that multi-angle push, that's more than enough for them to get that break.
Haven't started off hot, but Incendio is heating up as well, trying to catch up with his brother in terms of the numbers of kills. These two players are slaying out there on the battlefield, but Lynx, this is not over for them just yet. We just need to see a little bit of higher pressure that they can set out in this game, because Almighty is making a couple of mistakes. This is not a perfect team at the very start of stage 4, and Lynx just needs to take advantage of all of those mistakes. But unfortunately here, it is their mechanical capability. They cannot overcome Almighty just yet. A majority of the gunfights going the way of Almighty, and that's the main reason, although those mistakes are being made by the Singaporeans, Lynx just cannot take advantage.
I mean, the pace is just too fast here for Almighty, and you're guaranteed with that KSP. That's just basically a high damage output in terms of that close range engagements, and great job so far for AMT to just try to change that P1 to P2. Look at this setup right now. Number 2 in blue, perfectly insane and primed to get all of these kills as he looks to just guard and safeguard this gas station for his team. I mean, LYNXTH will be funneled down to that entry point at that bakery, so that's one less thing to worry about for AMT. They just gotta stand inside the point and, of course, take the players down. Heaven now looks for the get that.
Oh, what a
strike down.
Lost the lead.
I mean, fantastic, man. Look at Lynx. This is the kind of teamwork that we expect out of Lynx Thailand. They hop on in that 3-man push. They annihilate Almighty, but Almighty, even though they're down in numbers, they should be able to make a recovery, but backstab out of nowhere from Teddy, from the Gorilla Avenue, helps out the team of Lynx to hold on to this money hill. This is the second time round where P2 has been dominated by the Thai players, and now as they rotate in here for P3, early rotations coming through from Almighty, a good break like we saw at P2 needs to be executed once again at P3. How is going to be that execution from the Thailand side? Because all 5 players on the side of Almighty seem to have all of those angles locked down already here, Kali.
I mean, it could be perfectly good use here now to use that score streaks and operators to eventually break this point. So far, for Lynx, they have Ambition and Teddy now getting that specialist ready for use, and it's just how well they do and time it. But for now, it's going to be a good stand here for Almighty as they read off the first few contests made here by LYNXTH, but ALMGHTY now brings out the Gravity Vortex, so that should stop the push so far in this P3. But looking at the way things just happening, you know, you put down one player inside that point, and you have Heaven swing outside, and this guy is already on 36, and the kills just continues to grow with this guy on the field. And basically for AMT, he is the major factor in why they got this lead.
Yeah, at this point, the brand manager for Almighty needs to already start writing into Activision to allow Heaven to bring his gaming bed to stage 5 if they make it through, because this guy's just on absolute fire when he's in his comfort zone, right? Hitting 38 kills already, the most in this first matchup. He started off hot, he keeps himself hot. Incendio's having a little bit of a tough time catching up with his own brother. Irfan J now on the other side of the wall has to anticipate 2 players, and he does that absolutely well with the KSP 45. Purcell gets annihilated as well, but a good Freddy takes him out of the equation. 198 to 107, but Bakery held on strong by the players of Lynx. But Irfan J alongside Incendio, they bring up the Sparrow and Freddy, and just like that, Almighty are right back in it.
6 kills for that Predator missile, 1 for Irfan J and 1 for Incendio. And I mean, AMT's just looking so great so far in building streaks, and that's a great information sent out already. This team is winning more gunfights. Heaven now picks 2 players down, make that 3, but finally he gets shot down, but the damage is done. 218 to 109, 100-point lead, and there's only one way Lynx can do this, and of course get this break, but they obviously get shot down. Jeffro on the flank, but he gets 1 player. But the good thing that AMT still had the hardpoint contested, and they're looking to change it here as well for P1 with Heaven. Again, 44 kills already inside this game. We might as well see the match end here at P1, but let's see what LYNXTH has in their bags to just try and come back in this very tough road that they currently have.
At this point, I really do not understand anybody that uses the XS1 Goliath, especially if you're still playing on that Season 7 patch. The XS1 Goliath hasn't been a almighty slayer out there on the battlefield during GM3, wasn't a great slayer during Stage 3 at all, and at Stage 4, I highly doubt it is going to be making a big appearance. But of course, I stand to be proven wrong. Almighty, on the other hand, will pick up a very easy win against Lynx Thailand in this first matchup, Kali.
And yeah, what a great way to start their opener here for Call of Duty Mobile World Championship 2022 Stage 4. Almighty kicks it off with a very dominant game on that hardpoint standoff. I mean, when you have Heaven popping up with 47 and you got two players averaging 30 kills, I mean, that really says a lot on what just happened inside the game. I mean, for AMD, they're winning more of the gunfights compared to LYNXTH. And we did see some instances where LYNXTH opt in for an early rotation, but they always get bullied out. And obviously, the reason why is because they can't win their gunfights initially in this game, AJ.
I really like the effort being thrown in by Lynx here to throw their player cam into OBS and probably just throw on their logo overlay there as well. It looks